man, I can't believe back in the 90s I actually thought John Leguizamo was talented. If I'm going to be completely honest, he's like the 8-bit Eric of 1993. He was casted as Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers movie, and he went on a weird identity politics meltdown in regards to the new Super Mario Brothers movie. So yeah, he was Luigi in the 93 Super Mario Brothers movie. And according to this article, Leguizamo says he refuses to watch the new Super Mario Brothers movie because they did not cast any Latin actors. And he goes on to say, I was groundbreaking, and then they stopped the groundbreaking. So here's another example of an individual who lives and dies by identity politics, because without identity politics, they have absolutely nothing in their life. Like me, I'm Mexican. I'm Hispanic. I'm a Latin YouTuber. You never see me trying to throw that out here like, oh, look at me, I'm Latin. Like, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, who you are as a person shouldn't be based on what you are as a race, a culture, a religion, whatever. If you have that, if that's your go-to, then you absolutely have no identity yourself. I'm 8-bit fucking Eric. I'm a hairy fucking big penis, short, hairy Ewok motherfucker, all right? I have all sorts of fucking things besides, oh, I'm just Mexican. All right. So Leguizamo, he hasn't really been relevant in Hollywood for quite some time. In the 90s, he had his TV show that was on Fox, I believe. He was also in a few movies, Tu Wong Fu, Mario Brothers, just to name it. He recently was in that Santa Claus movie that had the dude from Stranger Things in it. But he went on this tirade with TMZ. We're going to take a look at this because, my God, virtue signaling at its best. He's super salty, so he's not watching the Super Mario Brothers movie. And you can see that he portrayed Luigi in Hollywood's 93 live action take, which it's a cult classic. I still like it, but yeah, definitely didn't hit the mark when it first initially came out. He voiced his discontent with the Nintendo icon's latest silver screen outing while taking photos of fans on the streets of NYC. He was approached by TMZ during his impromptu meet and greet, which occurred on the same day that Mario Brothers movie released in theaters. Leguizamo was asked by the celebrity gossip outlet if he would be catching the film, to which he reportedly declared, "No, I will not." So TMZ provided this conversation to Variety. So he said that they could have included a Latin character. Like, I was groundbreaking, and then they stopped the groundbreaking. They messed up the inclusion. They disincluded just cast some Latin folk. We're 20% of the population. The largest population of people of color group. The largest people of color group, and we are underrepresented. So this is what drives me fucking nuts about people that try to push inclusion and diversity. Like, not everybody has to be represented in everything, okay? I am perfectly fine if there's not a Mexican in the Super Mario Brothers movie because, first of all, the Mario Brothers are fucking Italian. That's not Latin. Latin America does not have Italy in it. I'm perfectly fucking fine because, at the end of the day, Charlie Day is more Italian than fucking John Leguizamo is. And what's funny is these people that play identity politics, they get fucking upset, like fucking outrageously upset if somebody's casted in a role like let's say a white person gets casted as an Asian role on a voice acting gig or something like that. These people that are fucking identity politics and whatever you want to call it, they will throw a fit. Oh, you're whitewashing it. You're whitewashing it. You're having a white actor play that instead of having an Asian voice actor play that, right? So how come when a non-Latin person plays a non-Latin character like Luigi, it's a fucking problem because John Leguizamo would rather have another Latin person be Luigi? It's stupid. It's honestly stupid at the end of the day. Going on with this, he was pressed on more by TMZ if he had any intention. He said, hell no. Leguizamo's reaction comes as no surprise, given that the actor has long been critical of the Super Mario Brothers movie's lack of Latin talent. In 2021, so he's been bitching since 2021. After the film's announcement, the actor took to his personal Twitter account to complain. So glad Super Mario Brothers is getting a reboot. Obviously, it's iconic enough, but too bad they went all white. Like, what is wrong with white? I will never get that. Like, it's, oh, you're white colonizers. Like, fucking shut the fuck up, wokies. For real. No Latinx. Also, he's using the term Latinx as a Latin American, as whatever you want to call me, Latin, Hispanic, Mexican. I fucking hate the Latinx bullshit. I hate that. That's fucking cringe. Groundbreaking colorblind casting in original. Plus, 8BE sneeze, not editing out. I always have to sneeze when I'm fucking recording. Plus, I'm the only one who knows how to make this movie work script wise. Yeah, Leguizamo, you can make it work. Yeah, did Leguizamo not have a problem that Bob Haskins was Mario? He sure liked working alongside a white dude. So what's the fucking problem with that? So this does continue on. Another interview that he had with a website called IndieWire, November 2022. He once again took issue with what he saw as the film's lack of representation. So he said, directors Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton fought really hard for me to be the lead because I was a Latin man, and they didn't want me to be the lead. They fought really hard, and it was such a breakthrough. For them to go backwards and not cast another actor of color kind of sucks. I don't get why it's so big for that. Now, here's the funny kicker right here. It says, despite all of Leguizamo's bleeding, the Mario Brothers movie actually does feature a Latin actor, and a somewhat prominent one of that in its cast. Given his mother's birthplace in San Fernando de Apuer, and his confirmed blood relation to numerous individuals within the region, Fred Armisen, who voices Donkey Kong's father Cranky in the animated film, verifiably possesses Venezuelan heritage. So, yeah, again, I don't think it's so much that he's upset that a Latin American wasn't casted. I think he's upset that he wasn't casted. And John Leguizamo seems like one of those types of people that, no offense, I'm sure he's a cool guy to hang out with in real life, but same vein as like George Lopez right now and lots of other Latin Americans, they play this game where they make it about them, that Mexicans and Cubans and Puerto Ricans, we need better representation for, whatever, and for whatever reason, and it's fucking, it's so frustrating to see that's, like, on paper, inclusion and diversity is amazing, yes, but when you act really salty and bitter and hateful towards other groups, that's where the fucking problem is. It's almost like a reverse racism that you're like, oh, white people, we can't cast all white people. You can cast, Latin Americans instead. Like, oh, God, dude, gag me with a fucking spoon, Leguizamo. Jesus Christ.